As
Spring
it
Cut.
as it boots
Where to be
him.
live?
You just
Yeah,
you went out.
yeah. I saw myself go out. I saw my dick flash before my eyes.
Oh, nice. Whopping in the
Went
wind.
ball. It went by like Spaceball 1, slow mo.
Mm.
Well, the global nerds ends up having technical difficulties in the search for better technical stuff.
And the search for more money.
More money would be good, boys. More money
Yeah.
would be good.
More money would be good. More life. More just time. Less homework. More life. I think that's what we all needed in school. It's what we need now. And more, but not more love, because I feel like we get so much love from the Global Nerds crowd. What's up, guys? We are back.
Huzzah.
Good to be back. Yo, so first off, I think I speak for everybody here. We are dedicating this episode to the king. We lost a legend, Ozzy Osbourne. We wishing all the love and all the best to his family, to his loved ones, to Sharon. I couldn't believe it when I read that news, man. How are you guys holding up?
Well, the fact that we have lost a legend. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a fan of his. I will say that it's sad to see him pass on. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any sad memories, or I don't really feel anything. It's sad. Don't get me wrong. And I wish Sharon, Kelly, and Jack all the best, and hopefully that everyone can start healing when they're ready.
Yeah, man.
All we can do.
I heard they were. I really hope that Sharon's okay, because I heard they had. I don't know if I can say this word on stream, but they had a mutual Sudoku pact or something like that. So I hope that this doesn't mean bye bye Sharon too.
I hope not as well. I didn't know that they had that sort of pact. So yeah.
But yeah, I again, I know I'm beating the dead horse, but I hope she's okay too. He apparently had one really emotional performance with Black Sabbath before everything came to a close. But he reading what happened, it kind of, my own grandfather on my mom's side of the family, my pop, he also struggled with Parkinson's, and that's what Ozzy was fighting for a very long time. I don't know if I don't know if there was some shady stuff that you know about, Mark, that I don't, but I wouldn't wish Parkinson's on my worst enemy, so I hope he at least had some comfort in his last days.
I'm hoping he has. I don't know any shady stuff or anything like that. To be fair, I wouldn't.
Oh,
wish
you're just
any
talking about not a fan of his music.
Oh, I'm not a fan of him, and I'm not into that sort of genre of music. So
okay.
So for me, I'm not gonna, I can understand that he's a legend and that he has done a lot, and I can understand that. But to me, I've never been a fan of him whatsoever. So it's a thing. But yeah, I'm sad that he's passed on.
Crazy Train. I'm gonna be bopping that song all day. Probably throwing Ironhead, his collab with Rob Zombie. But dude, any death is a tragedy. This isn't an exception.
Well, he was certainly a Hellraiser.
Ooh, there you go, bro. But yeah, any other thoughts? I know this is big and a lot to process. So,
and we're still getting news from it. So,
yeah,
how much we can say on it.
Yeah, dude, imagine what he would have been like. Imagine the life of the party he would have been if he'd been at Ranger Stop and Pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be very, very different. Yeah, that's something I didn't kind of that came out of nowhere. But speaking of Ranger Stop and Pop, you boys have a story from what I hear. I think that was a very nice segue into going for it. So take it away, boys. Tell us your stories. Tell us your woes.
Well, we definitely had an experience this year. It was supposed to be the last one for Atlanta, anyways. We didn't know anything about Orlando, but
not yet.
There was definitely drama. So Legacy of the Nerd has the two big ones were the head of security was being a total ass to some previous members of her staff. The second one was they have some pretty shady staff this year, or what was it? Shady staff or shady people sponsoring Rangers and threatening people who didn't agree with them. Those were the two most notable things. And Legacy of the Nerd.
We had
both things.
So we had a roommate of ours squat down in front of a security cam and pee on the floor. I think that was kind of an omen of some things to come.
I think that was the most interesting thing we had.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about stuff rather than just like telling us little things. Legacy of Nerd. What happened with Legacy of Nerd?
So we all know that
he knows more about this than I do.
Yeah, because I think you were out of the room at the time. So we all know that it was supposed to be the last Ranger stop. Okay, no big deal. We didn't know if there were new owners. Apparently, that was going to be the big announcement at the dinner. I did not go to the dinner, sadly, because I was not feeling up to it. Down south really screwed with me. But 30 to 45 minutes of the dinner, Legacy of the Nerd dropped everything, saying, "Oh, it's the new owners. We know who it is." And he dropped everything 45 minutes before Karen or Nakia or Kat ever came out with anything.
Okay.
And all of us in the room were freaking out over it. Like, wait, this can't be true. So 5 of them rushed down there to get to the dinner, who had access to the dinner, to figure everything out.
Right.
Turns out he was right, but he was never supposed to break that news to anyone until Kat or Nakia came out with it.
You know, I agree. I think that if you've got big news like that, you should be able to tell people, like, effectively you could do it like second, like Karen and Nakia go, "Guys, we're selling Ranger Stop. That's, you know, it's now this person." That's when Legacy of Nerd goes and post, not 45 minutes before everything. That to me just shows that, you know, he just wanted the scoop.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And to be fair, like I would if I was Nakia and Karen, I'd be absolutely fucking fuming, because I'd be like, that information, we wanted to tell the people that are attending first before it gets out, because now people are going to talk about it and you're having to move things like a lot quicker forward. I would have been absolutely pissed off, and I would have made sure that he knew about it and be like, pulled him aside and be like, that's not cool, man.
Yeah, and
it was an interesting experience. Interesting experience there, because I mean, personally, I just want to say I had a great time at Stop and Pop. Like, I was there under the assumption that it was going to be the last one. If it had been, it would have lived forever in my heart, man. I would have been content. But like, with everything that happened there, like, I'm not as, like, you know, ear to the ground in regards to convention news, Ranger news, as Ty is, as a lot of the others are there. So like, I mean, there was definitely this air there of people trying to get the scoop. and
Mm.
people trying to and people just trying to either start drama or avoid it. That you could definitely tell who was there to have a good time and who was there to look for something postable or do both. Like there were
Mm.
definitely the distinct parties there, but one of
And
the I will say you first, bro.
I will say this, I did try to get an interview with Austin St. John about the PPP loans. But what he said was just keep an eye on Fan Forward. He didn't give me a date or time, but he will be dropping something either this year or next year over the whole ordeal. He's under a sort of lockdown of his statements right now. He can't come out publicly, he said.
Well, I mean, to be fair, his records are out there. So I would imagine that he could actually speak about stuff. I think what he's doing is he's choosing not to. But the fact is, if he does come out with something, he has to honestly tell the truth, because he could turn around and say like, oh, blah 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 blah, but people can go, okay, well, this court record said in your testimony you said this, so they're going to fact check it. Like when he comes out with it, he will fact check. Everyone will fact check it straight away.
It depends if the records are under seal or not. If they're under seal for X amount of time, maybe.
You could effectively, if you wanted to, go to the courthouse where it is and then request the transcript, probably the audio. I think it's like $400 if you want something or other. But effectively, you could
depends on the case, but
yeah, no, like you can effectively go to it right now and be like, I request this, pay like say a couple of dollars, whatever, get those records and go, cool. But I think it's the audio from the judge, from the whole thing. That's one that costs the most. But you can get the paper files right now if you wanted to. So he's got to be very careful, because if he does drop that in like that documentary, he'll have to honestly tell the truth, because if he slips up, he will be crucified. And I know that
just by the prosecutors alone, because it would be, he made all that statement under penalty of perjury, and it could come back to bite him.
Oh, it will do. Like I guarantee his reputation to some degree has been absolutely destroyed. But at the end of the day, he lies. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up on that
legacy
one.
nerd we're talking about.
Yeah,
No,
Austin St. John.
Austin St. John.
That's because he on the NDA contract. And the NDA, the non-disclosure contract, non-disclosure agreement. That's the name of the contract. So when you can't discuss something, they can't air it until it expires.
Well, even if he says like, okay, I'm.
But then again, he is a fucking liar, though.
Oh yeah, he is. I think that
it's what happens when the actors are desperate for credit.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I can go request those files right now, and then we could read them all on stream once they get sent to me, or something like that.
I thought you had them already.
He probably gonna edit that shit.
I have some of them. I don't have the transcripts from from when he was in giving his testimony. So, and to be fair, all I have to do is log onto Henry's stream and just like find that one and read them there and stuff like that. So
I would want to get full transcripts from the court in general. I don't fully trust Henry currently, unfortunately.
Well, if he's got the stuff on screen, then like it's like that, it's on screen, isn't it? So you can't be like he's only showing it. But no, I get it. If you want to request them, you can do. I think it cost me last time to get some of the evidence, like $2, $4. So it wasn't that much, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah, you just have to know what to request and find it, because your system's ball achy. So it's fucking ball achy. But carry on, as you're saying. It's just easier.
Some of the big stuff was definitely the staff. Just the head of staff. Henry has come out with 2 videos of 2 of the previous staff members. But from my experience of dealing with her, Um, she's exactly what they said in the videos, and she is very, very goody with the Ranger actors. She will turn on a dime.
So who is rather like who are we talking about? Is it Chrissy?
I think Christy, I think her name is.
Yeah, it's Karen's friend, basically. It's just so because if people are watching this and they don't know who you're talking about, easier to say the names because obviously if they didn't know one thing. So yeah, so it's either Chrissy or Christy or whatever her name is. Karen Ashley's friend, basically.
She definitely likes to pull the race card a lot. I counted her 3 times during the entire convention. One was in line for Walter to check prices for Chris and I. And I'm going to say it, a white male was just coming out of the like a side room, and he went to go help one of I forget who was next to Walter, in between Walter and ASJ, but he went to go help out one of the customers because he didn't know where the line was or something like that, and he helped him out and all that. As soon as he got to Walter's booth, she didn't even pull him aside. She berated him for being late. And if you're going to, and I quote, if you're going to be like one of these white males being late all the damn time, I don't know why I have you on my staff.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay. I was going to say something because I'm security myself. And if I heard that, I'd be going to my higher ups. But I'm like, I'm not going to cause drama at a convention where tensions are already high with it being the last Ranger stop in the current political climate. You got to watch what you say.
Well, effectively, like if say the roles were reversed and the white guy went up to Chrissy and said the exact same thing, wouldn't you have stepped in anyway to be like, hang on a minute, right, let's de-escalate this because it seems to be like going over the top right now? Like I would imagine that if regardless of it being the last Ranger stop or whatever, your job would be to step in and say, look guys, let's calm this down in a nice way, not like demeaning or whatever. To say, look guys, I can sense like stuff's going on here. Let's just talk about this. Wouldn't that be the better way of stepping in rather than just kind of ignoring it? Because to me, that could have escalated if he said something and she was just like, oh, white something, blah, 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 blah. Like I would want someone to step in because I wouldn't feel safe around Chrissy because if she's pulling the race card constantly, I would find that racist and be like, what the hell? He's not done anything.
And that's one thing that was going through my mind too was, do I step in and say, hey, stop pulling the race card? I just watched him help out a few people. You got to know, pick your battles type thing. I didn't want to cause any more drama than I could have.
Okay.
I mean, it would have depended on how he handled the situation too, because if he's just silent and rolls with it for the sake of de-escalating, then maybe let him do that.
Yeah. Ultimately, it is between her and her staff, and he needs to be the one to bring it up to her higher up.
Yeah. And that was not the only incident involving her. I think she was the one who harassed Stephanie, wasn't she?
Yes, and I briefly caught that. I saw her pull Stephanie aside as we were coming out. I heard, what was it? It's been so long already. I know I had something to deal with her and Henry, and then I talked to Stephanie later, and she got full band.
Okay, so I mean, do you know too much about all of what's happened and stuff like that with Henry and all that sort of jazz at the moment?
The most I've seen, and he, yeah, if I can speak today, the most I have heard was he does not like Ranger stuff. He does not like Nakia. He does not like Karen, and that's as far as it went.
Hey, I don't blame him.
And the most I know about Stephanie is she was a part of Henry's staff for 6 months,
Right.
and she left. And it all most of it revolved around Henry. And that was another time that I heard her say, if you are a supporter of Henry, you will be banned from Ranger Stop and Pop, whether it's Orlando or Atlanta. If you watch his videos, you will be banned.
Oh, like bitch, ban me.
Does she even have the legal authority to do that?
And how can you find out about this? I watch Henry's videos on occasion.
I watch all of it. I don't give a fuck. Ban me.
She pulls you aside. Show me your watch history right
You
now.
got Henry banned.
I see that red bar's halfway through. Oh, you are on a Gold Ranger ticket. I'm bumping you down to red. You pay more.
If notifications are on, we're taking you over here and executing you.
Yeah,
no.
Stupid. Because
is she even allowed to ban people?
She's allowed to kick them out. That's as far as I know.
So
if that BAM fight got to talk to Vernon Wells had been there to see any of that, he probably just would have handled it right there.
Okay, so for a recap, because I'm coming in super duper
fucking
late.
cool, by the way.
But to recap, a person was technically kicked out of Ranger Stop and Pop because they was an associate of somebody named Henry Resilient, which is a critical person of the showrunners, Karen, Nakia, so on and so forth. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Second part is you can't ban someone from a public space unless you own said public space. Because they're running a show, you still can't ban anyone from there unless they are a direct threat to your or the safety of your goers. If you just simply don't want someone there because you don't like them, you can't ban them. Legally, they could take defense to that. They could legally sue Ranger Stop and Pop and then sue Karen and Nakia individually as well, because that's discrimination. You can't really just kick somebody out because you simply don't like what they said about you online and it's not a direct threat against your safety. So that's the second big thing. What else?
100%.
I'm trying to catch up.
We're about to have a bunch of lawsuits this year, and I'm loving it.
So I'll kind of give you a little bit more backstory because what Ty said is kind of true. So Stephanie, as far as I know, wasn't on Henry's staff. She was someone that would pop up at times and would talk about whatever's been going on. So if she was working for him, that's the first time I've heard about it. And I know he doesn't really have that many people. Again, don't know that one. So the reason why he doesn't hate Ranger Stop, it's more he's called Karen out on her stuff in the past with the order, has gone way deep into finding stuff that not many people knew about, and Karen doesn't like that whatsoever. So
we can't help she's scamming shit.
So she doesn't like being exposed. That's pretty much what the thing is.
But who likes getting exposed in the first place, anyways?
Well, it depends on what you're being exposed for. Like if you
if you're doing grimy things, then you're going to get exposed, and you just don't want that out because it can negatively affect your image that you're trying to portray. But don't do scummy shit. The order should have been out, but you're taking people money. We know Michael Copon did the same thing. I'll go on the record. This is Darrell Robert Peace Jr. of Global Nerds Podcast. Michael Copon has stole some shit. Karen Ashley has stole some shit.
Yeah.
Austin St. John has stole some shit.
And
Jason David Frank has stole some shit. Who else? I can keep going on the list. The list can go on and on. It doesn't matter. But my thing is you cannot be so critical of someone airing out your dirty laundry if you put it out there to be aired out in the first place. Don't be a shitty ass person. That's that.
It's without Henry looking into any of this sort of stuff, we wouldn't have found out that refunds were actually given by Karen because she like one of the perks was if you pay, like, let's say $5,000, you will get a SAG-AFTRA credit and you will be in the film. And then when SAG goes, hang on a minute, you can't do that because you can't give credits. They have to be part of the union. Then and they go, you have to refund those amount of people. You have to do it. And I didn't even know any of that. I knew about the SAG stuff because when all of this kicked off, one of my friends, or someone who I used to be my friend, she told me all about that. SAG came in and closed it down, but never told me anything about that. So I was like, oh, SAG's obviously pissed off. And the whole thing shut down because of this. And then all of a sudden that was it. So that was what I knew. And then years later, I'm finding out about this refund. So that's literally it.
Yeah, it does seem strange.
I mean, the most she could probably do is just like put their names in the credit, right?
Yeah, you can put them in the you can put your name in the credit. That's absolutely fine, but you can't give a SAG-AFTRA credit. That's the main thing.
Okay, the way that works is I'm gonna have to defend Carrie and Ashley on this part because it's two sides to that. One, she did charge these people this tier of $1,500 because in order to get into SAG, it is a $1,500 fee. So that fee was to get them a part of their membership, right? And then that's the way she could say, I can add your credits to the name because you're technically part in the SAG-AFTRA. That's the first part, which is true. The second thing is you can't take people money, $1,500, and then try to pay for that membership because it takes time to do that and to get approved and all this and that. But once you end the SAG-AFTRA, that you say they do accept your application, you pay the fees and stuff like that, then you have to get the individual person who actually paid you the money. And that's a big old back and forth thing because you need personal information and stuff like that to sign up for this membership with SAG-AFTRA. So
essentially, it's a pain in the rear.
Yeah, so
I got more to add to that in a bit, but I gotta go for now. Catch y'all later.
But yeah, that's just the second part. You can't really promise someone something without knowing. It's a lot of back end stuff. That's all I gotta say. It's a lot of back end stuff that they would have had to done at the end before this project, the order would have came out in order to get people credit on there. Now, what she could have just said is, you pay $1,500 and I'll give you a credit, and don't do anything about SAG-AFTRA because that's a big promise you can't really follow through on because of the back end of that. You could have just said, $1,500 and you get a credit on this movie. That would have been the simplest thing.
I mean, the most they could do is charge that much and be in the movie, and it would be a stepping stone into SAG. But even then, it's kind of a iffy situation. I mean,
but that's the thing. You can't be in a movie and be represented by SAG. That's a union-based thing. You can't just. That's like me coming to your job, Ty, and say, I'm going to sit with you. We're going to guard. I'm going to get my own personal gun and everything. And I'm going to just say, I'm with your guard company. You know what I mean? It's like you can't do that.
Right.
You can't represent a company that you have no affiliation to just because you paid a service fee. Well, yeah, you can't do that.
Well, you can't be in like short films and whatnot, and then
not represented by those names. You could do anything you want to do, as long as it's not union based or you don't have you're saying you're affiliated with so and such company.
Okay, so if I wanted to be a part of, let's say, a big movie production, I would have to go through that process first.
Correct, because the production company, the movie would tell you if it has to be union based or if it's non-union. So they let you straight up front when you even try to apply for roles or audition. They let you know you have to be unionized or non-union. Non-union means it's going to be some sketchy shit. Depending on the size of this production. Marvel, DC, they all union. They ain't letting nobody on there non-unionized. In order to be an extra, you got to be part of the extras union. You know what I mean? It's that big. It's that serious.
It definitely sounds like a migraine.
Well, a lot of stuff can happen on sets. Potentially injuries, lawsuits, deaths, stuff like that. So, yeah.
A lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah. So I kind of think that when it comes to Karen, like all she could have done is changed it and said, okay, you're not going to get the credit, but you can still be in the film. You can still get your thingy up there. and then we'll give you a load of free stuff, extra things that is just personalized. But going back to the whole Henry thing, is if it wasn't for him, we would never have known any of this sort of stuff, and it would have been done by Karen would have kept it for a long time.
Well, I would say yes and no to it, because there are different content creators out there. We know this. I don't think if Henry would have broke it, I truly think that Legacy would have picked it up.
No, Legacy would not have picked it up, because Legacy wants to be basically in bed with these guys. Because if you imagine you
That's
break,
fair.
if you turn around and it's like, Legacy, you're the one who broke this, like Karen Ashley, blah 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 blah. Can you imagine going up to Karen and going, "Hey Karen, can I get it?" No, you absolutely just ruined my name. What the fuck? Get out.
Yeah.
Look at exactly how they're treating Henry. You're completely banned from this, and then suddenly, like, Legacy would not be invited. Hell, like, it just wouldn't be a thing. Henry doesn't really give a shit about going to these conventions or meeting Ranger actors or anything like that. So he's going to break it, and I generally think that no one else would have done it, because no one else has gone through the right channels or done some digging into whatever. So yeah, I don't think Legacy of Nerd would have, because then that cuts him off from Karen. Then it could have gone down to Nakia, Catherine, David, all these sorts of people, and it cuts him off from what he wants to do. So yeah, I don't think Legacy would have reported on this, and if he did, not unless Karen had utterly pissed him off, I don't think he would release it. And if that was the case, then it would just be, well, I just want revenge on these guys.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
gotta have your sources, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, if you're trying to get a name in the Ranger community, and you want all these Rangers to be your best friends, then of course you're not going to produce something to piss them off whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, since we lost Chris, kind of have to segue, unfortunately.
Well, you can obviously tell your other sides of everything else, or
other than the humidity, I had a really great time. I'm still pissed off at United, because I packed my very good custom helmet made by Dallas and Kevlock, and I think I've showed it off to everyone. I packed it very well, nice and neat, inside and out, maybe a little cushion on top, and yet somehow United popped it a couple of panels out.
It's United as shit.
Yeah, that's your first mistake going to them.
Well, it was either put it in my duffel bag that I sent on the plane, or pay nearly $40 to $50 to carry it on with me.
So I would have paid that extra 40. I would have paid that 40.
I'm very guilty. I had the 40 to do my duffel bag check on, but I did not have the extra 40 to carry on my helmet, which I should have. And Neil Lou is still pissed at me over it.
So,
which is rightfully so.
I'll give you some, as someone who used to cosplay as a Power Ranger, always take your helmet on board with you, so you know it's not going to get fucked up, because that bad boy gets fucked over. Just pay the money, whatever you need, because if it gets absolutely trashed or damaged, then you're not disappointed, and those bad boys cost quite a bit. So
I paid a whole whopping $300 to get my helmet done.
And how much money is it going to cost to repair it, if it can be repaired?
$120.
There we go. $40 is for the future. Just remember, the future.
I mean, I could technically deal with it. I got this stuff in, which is a high intense like miniature glue, but I'm not going to take the chance of popping it into place and all that. So I'm just going to send it to Dallas, get it fixed. It's going to be a display piece. I'm not wearing that suit again. I got something else in the works.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. If you're going to travel to a con that's out of town, make sure you bring the extra 40 to 50, maybe even an extra $80 just to secure that thing.
And I know when I see that one down there, who seems to be having problems, next year at Power Morphicon.
Yeah, my internet sucks, y'all. It's just what it is. I don't know what's going on with the internet over here in the LA area, but it's sucking right now.
Yeah,
Hey, it's a Power Morphicon, man. They sure raising the price up for the people to attend than it was.
Yeah, I think when I checked the early, I gotta look it up. I think
And
when
for
I
some
saw
reason, Mark has now become Chris.
registration, just bring up all of it. Platinum sponsorship, 2,000. Gold Ranger full weekend, 400.
Whew.
Red, blue, yellow, 25, 50, and 85. That's not bad.
Been paying $2,000 for a platinum ticket? That's crazy.
I think it depends.
Yeah, but that's a sponsorship.
It also depends on what you want from the ticket. Like, you don't have to go for the super mega ultra like bundle.
No, I miss the old PowerCon ways when they used to if you don't go, they still send you a tour and shit. Like they did the Lord Draken and other few tours they did.
So for Gold Ranger, which is the 400, you get a badge. You go figure. And a lanyard, early pickup, early let-in, VIP meet and greet Friday night, preferred seating at deluxe panels. I don't care about panels, really.
I love panels. They're the best ones.
Never been a big fan of panels.
You get a pin set. Okay, I like my pins. I like my pins. You get T-shirt. Ooh, they added a hoodie this year.
But
I
no
didn't
tour
see
though,
that
right?
when I looked.
No tour.
No, I'm still going through them. You get convention coin and convention gold coins.
Yeah, they're all right. I don't know if you guys have seen those sorts of coins.
No.
I think I got a few right here. Full weekend convention print, gold exclusive print. You get some mystery items, a cloth gift bag. Okay, I can see why it's a little bit 400.
Isn't this like the 2024 one though?
No, this is 2026 that I'm reading off.
Oh, okay. Why is it not popped up on the website?
I could post it.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is 2024. That's...
The ability to buy 2 Power Breakfast event tickets. I mean, that wouldn't be bad, but I swear I'm gonna drive my foot up someone's arse if they say I want to go to a damn Waffle House for breakfast again, because someone got addicted to it that weekend. You know who you are. The ability to buy PMC exclusives. Okay. And apparently there's gold entry events. That's interesting.
So basically what it is it's a good time to go. I mean, I love Power Morphicon. I think it's one of the like the better cons to go to if you're a Power Ranger fan. I've not been for years though, so
well, we're gonna try it this year. We're gonna try.
It's like
I will figure it out.
It's like $2,000 to get over there and do all the stuff for like 10 days. So it's super expensive. It's the reason why I've not really looked into it, because it took me last time like 2 years to save up properly.
Yeah.
So I mean, if all my eBay stuff sells, that's like $4,000 right there. I can then do 2 things that I really want to do.
Right.
So, or if I win the lottery big, I'm going to be doing super big things. I guarantee on that.
The pain in the neck part, the waiting.
Yeah, it's. I mean, to be fair, like waiting for Palm Orthicon, it's one of those things of just, it happens, but it's a good enough time. So if you're in the area or if you're in the States, just go, like just 100% go, do what you can, meet the Rangers, whoever it is, you really, really, really want to meet.
The Rangers that worthy though.
Oh yeah, just whoever you want. Like even if it's people that are problematic or people that you're not being fair, not a big word or whatever. Just have a good time. There's enough stuff to do.
Long as it's not Turbo Rangers, all right.
Not the blue one.
Hey,
I don't know the rest.
Well, I talked to Blake a little bit, and of course we all know his thing about the metal morphers and whatnot. He got 3D printed and he sold them there. He did show me an email. He wasn't going to send it to me. I tried. I really did. But he did say that the reason why he hasn't come up with the metal molds is it's the metal molds themselves. Designing them is becoming an issue. Now,
well, he could have got to deal with Pakistanians. They do my wrestling belts. They got plenty of metal up there.
Now, I did go to Time Force Blue, and he was selling these. This is full metal, and he even said he had issues.
So
who did that one?
This was Time Force Blue that was selling this.
Oh, Michael's bitch ass. Oh, okay.
Damn. Jesus.
So the main thing that I want to point out is when you're selling these morphers to whoever, you don't instantly go, I'm going to do a metal one without doing your research.
Right.
Asking the others, going, Mike, you obviously done metal ones. What's it like? And if he goes, oh, it's a fucking pain, mate. Like I wouldn't even bother. Then you don't turn around and say, guys, for $300, you can get a metal turbo morpher and such and such. You just don't do it. Like, would you do it? Would you offer something that you know you can't produce or whatnot? Or would you just go, fuck it, yeah, $300 and you can have it, guys?
Now,
that's straight asinine.
Now, my issue with the metal morphers is if you're going to have an actor sign them, it comes off too easy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't want him to sign that one technically, but it was kind of a package deal. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to accept it because I did want the morpher. He was offering me some extra stuff with it. So
on the bottom of that morpher, can you show me if it says Bandai 20, like whatever it was, like whenever Power Rangers came out? Because if he's on the bottom, like
2000s.
So it says Bandai of wherever.
Yeah. Also,
so basically, he just took a toy morpher, took it to some place that get metallized, and was just like, "Here you go," and just fucking lazy as shit.
Who knows?
How? No, well, it's right there. How much did he charge for that? Like,
I think I paid like $110.
So okay, right, okay. I'm very curious to know. I mean, it's fine. Like it's obviously your money, and it is 100%. Like if you want to spend it on that you can do. But for Michael Copeland to turn around and not even like change it, not go like let's like put something over the Bandai thing, like a sticker or something, or fill it in and like resin or whatever. It just seems, to me, it just seems a little bit lazy. So, okay. So, okay. So, I mean, to be fair, even if you bought a toy morpher loose and stuff like that, you're still paying the price. So, you got it shiny. Happy days. Like, if you're happy with it, that's all that matters.
I had a great time. I got to see Chris. I got to see a lot of my friends. Neo Lou and a couple of her friends came. Oh geez, her. I wish she was on here, but I bought her a signature for Johnny Young Bosch to get a signature for her, one of her Vash the Stampede figures, or I think it was a standee or something. And at first he was just kind of like, I think he just signed it, and then it's like, you know what? I'm going to throw in something else and sign the other half. I forget what he said, but she was ecstatic when he did that, and he was amazing. Dan Southworth was really fun to talk to, and there is no DMC 6 coming out anytime soon. I will confirm that. That was the first thing I asked him, because he plays Virgil.
That's good.
Who else did I run into? Philip, Wild Force, Silver. He was a great guy to talk to. Christopher Kamen Lee. Oh, geez, he's a freaking hoot. Regardless. I bought a signed Wild Force Forever Red script from him.
Nice.
And that was fun. Him and the Red Psycho were going at it a few times, just screwing with each other.
Good. I'm glad.
I swear, Psycho Red was following me around a lot that first day. First, I would go up to the front to check something. He would be right behind me. And then I would go to the convention, and he would be coming out of the convention. It would be back and forth. I think the funniest thing was Chip and Xander were trying to get food at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was walking in, I'm like, I might get something to drink here. You know what? I'm just kind of hungry. None of us we sat there for like at least 40 minutes trying to get one person to serve us. And then all three of us said, you know what, screw this, it ain't worth it, and we left.
It's where you've got to be a bit British and be like, oi, fucking food. Wave that money about and be like, oi. Or go up to them and be like, hey, I know you're busy, but we've been here for like 3 seconds. Can you serve us?
But we're thirsty. We need drinks.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, Chris and ASJ are funny drunk. they are a hoot. When they're drinking. I saw a little bit of Austin St. John. He was cracking jokes, but Chris, he was cracking all the jokes.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to know why Psycho Red was following you around the whole time? Because he knew you were a former Ranger. He could smell it on you.
Vendors this year were really nice. Toko Collectibles. They had run out of, because they had the gift boxes.
Yeah.
And I got one previous day, and I got mostly Black Ranger stuff. I'm like, you know what? I wonder if they have a Pink Ranger themed one. So I'm like, hey, do you got a Pink Ranger themed one? And she's like, oh, darn it. We ran out. I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay, just give me whatever. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to throw in this Pink Ranger figure for you for free. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's really nice of them.
Got King Ranger, Kinoger, I think it is.
Oh, the newest one, not Gold Zeo, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Oja.
I got one of the swords for like 200. That wasn't bad.
Which version of it? Was it the Memorial version or was it a standard DX version? Because
I think it was the DX version. I might still have a picture of it.
For $200, you bought the DX version. Is it really small or is it like quite big?
It's big.
Okay, so King Oja Memorial. It's just because if you're paying $200 for a DX one, I will next time I see you, I will slap you. And That is no joke of a lie, because I guarantee you I could have told you where to get that dirt cheap. The DX one. I'm just trying to find a picture of the
Okay, I have a picture of it, but I don't have a picture of the box. I thought I did.
All right, let's have a look at this one. Copy image. Okay, so yeah, so that's the caliber. That's the blah de blah de blah one. For Rackles. I have no idea who he is. But yeah, that's not a bad one, to be fair.
It was either that or the Dino Charge sword that I was actually looking at, but that was a little more. It was like 220.
Yeah. I think it is. Okay.
When you're paying too much for anything that's not autographed, it's just straight wild, in my opinion.
Yeah. Was it that one? Because I've got a picture of the box and the sword.
Yep, that was the one I got.
Yeah, you did good then. 200 for the memorial. Yeah, I'm not going to slap you when I see you, so that's okay then.
But I mainly got it for art reasons because I like the design of it. I don't like the little scorpion tail thing on the top of it.
Yeah.
That's just a little weird. But I thought that was a little bit better than the Dino Charge sword. But I'm still going to get it, the Dino Charge sword, one day.
Are you getting the... okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to link you to a beautiful website.
And they about to do the reignition thing. It's coming out this week on Netflix.
Yeah, the I'm going to watch it on Netflix and see how the quality is better than YouTube and stuff like that. So
yeah, I hope it's good.
But yeah, memorial stuff is if you're going, the problem is when it comes to memorial items is it kind of diminishes the DX stuff in Japan. So like the current Sentai at the moment is Gozuja, and they brought out the middle finger morpher, as I like to think of it.
Oh, jeez.
Have you not seen the morph? Have you not seen the morpher?
That shit boss as fuck, man. You got to press the middle button now. I don't like that, man. That might fuck my usual morphing up.
All right, hang on. Let me show you like the
that shit ugly.
I think it's because it's just a giant hand. I fucking love it. The series is absolutely fire. It's actually one of the better seasons to watch. But when you see the morpher, you instantly think it's just giving the middle finger to every single bad guy.
Oh, that.
Yeah. It's just like fuck you. I absolutely love it. But that's the DX version at the moment. So the new the memorial one will be out near the end of the year. So it's just like, why would you go for a small toy when you can go for a bigger toy?
Exactly, and that's how I felt about the Dino Charge sword. Was the ones I kept finding were small. I don't want the small one. I want the big one.
Okay, so let me have a look. I see if it's available.
I think the big one's more pricey. It was a memorial and the Sentai version.
Oh yeah, like I mean that's the main like difference of prices. Are you willing to pay X amount for this compared to, well, yeah, if this is like $100, are you going to pay $100, or are you going to pay $30 for the smaller toy one that does almost the same thing?
And is it going to fit in my bag?
Well, that's if you're buying a con. So
yeah, and that was my thing was, can I fit this in?
Normally, the way that I kind of see it is it's absolutely fine. I mean, take it on as like hand luggage or put it in your suitcase, or buy a bigger suitcase for it. That's
I got a huge suitcase for it.
Yeah. The way that I kind of see it is I would rather wait a year and buy a more expensive one that will have better sounds or will have more sounds. So like when I know what they're going to do, like they are going to bring out for Gozuja, they'll bring out the Tega sword, the memorial, and then the silver one memorial, and then possibly the bad guy's weapon, and those are the main three that we've got at the moment. But problem is, and this is the one thing that happens with the Mobiritz. Mobiritz comes out like every single year now because of your Ranger keys. Is how many times are you going to buy the same product? That how many times are you going to buy it? I mean, to me, it's a bit shit, but if it's got the next season in there, I'm going to instantly want to kind of like get it so I can have the sounds.
Exactly.
So it's a collector's curse.
And to answer the chat, I have found a couple hole in the wall places in the US. They would sell them. I know Sugar Mills Mall in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, or no, not Atlanta, and I believe it's in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Neil Luke can correct me on this one. It was a little hole in the wall shop. They sold Gundams, they sold memorabilia from other animes. They sold your classic just metal swords from shows and whatnot. And they would have Power Rangers here and there or Super Sentai, but sometimes you would actually have to ask for it. I know there's one place in Michigan. My friend Leka would have to tell me on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where in LA, but I'm sure we can find a hole in the wall.
Little Tokyo. There's
Little Tokyo.
Yeah, there's like in that little mall thing they've got like far at the back. There's like loads of anime and Gundams and like Sentai and Tokusatsu stuff. But the problem is I see with those sorts of things, it's fine to support small businesses. By absolutely mean do it. It depends
100%.
on what you want to do. For me, like if there are like shops that would sell these sorts of things, but they always overprice stuff, and they've got to make money rather than like you buy an item. But like so I've just put in our group chat a place where you can buy the sword from Gozuja. Sorry, not Gozuja. Sorry, for the Dino Charge. So it'll be Kyuja or whatever.
Kyuja,
yeah. So you could buy that sword for £151.79, not including shipping. So it just depends on if you went to like a shop that did it and they were like, oh, it's $400. You're like, well, this is direct from Japan. It's worth the it's worth the price. So I just kind of like juggle it. Like, what's better? Do you want it now, and then you pay that price plus whatever that they've added on, or can you wait like 2 weeks for it? It's always an up and down thing, I reckon.
I bought mine from Toku Collectibles. They had most of their stuff pretty decently priced.
Yeah,
I mean, for what they were. I came across another guy. Let me go to his shop here on Instagram real quick. He was kind of another hole in the wall at the convention. What was your name, my dude? I can't find his name on here, but I bought one of the Dino Force or Wild Force crystals.
Oh yeah, that's
nice.
I really enjoyed that. There was a shirts guy that I really enjoyed, but I couldn't buy from him. I got a couple other shirts from another vendor. Artist Alley was, and this is what really surprised me, and this is why I will go to the Omni again for Ranger Stop, since they have announced it's there again. And I wish they had it.
Yeah.
When in 2023, when Neil Liu, myself, and Review Time had a table, because Artist Alley was in the room with the Rangers. They didn't separate them.
Isn't that a standard thing for Ranger Stop, though, that they have all of it combined together?
Not that year that we went.
Okay.
And I don't believe when they went the year prior.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
one I missed because I was in the hospital.
Oh, grim. Grim.
It was definitely telling me something because that was the year that JDF passed. Rest in peace.
So, yeah.
But we could probably move on because Chris has some good stories, and I don't know if we want to tell the horrors of the the hotel room because that was a load of fun to deal with.
Well, that's something that you guys would have to talk about.
Discuss.
Yeah, because obviously, hotel biz stays with hotel biz. Like, but what other topics do we have at the moment? That's the main thing.
Physical versus digital games has gone pretty big. Did you guys cover Stop Hate Video Games or whatever it's called?
Do you mean stop killing?
Yeah, Stop
games?
Killing Games.
Not actually talked about it because there's a lot of stuff, but from what my understanding of it is, it was started in the EU and Europe, and it's to stop game companies from killing games straight away. So it's like it started off with The Crew, I think it was, and The Crew, it basically got shut down after a point in time. But you've paid like say $60 for a game, and then it's just dead. You cannot play it. And the movement is basically to tell games companies, look, this is not okay. This game, we've paid for. If you're going to kill it, update it so you can at least play it on your own system, or but like people are going to get servers on anyway.
Yeah.
If they want to do stuff, but it's to give that like kind of little bit extra. Otherwise, what's the point in like
spending that much money?
Yeah.
And
Go on.
I think it's gone a lot further than that. Ruick, I watched 2 videos on it. One was Ruicon. He's a Monster Hunter YouTuber. He came out, if I remember the video correctly, he's pissed off that some of the indie developers, some of the indie titles, like say Among Us or we'll just say Power World for context because they were indie. They're shutting down their services and their games within a month. But I can understand what The Crew and The Crew 2, if it was just their online service, because those games did not do well when they came out, like at all. I played it and I'm just like, you are forced online. Same with Star Wars Battlefront. The first one that came out for EA, you were forced online, and that's all you could do was online play. Yeah, full shut that down. That's stupid. But I don't like these companies telling us we can't own our games, for one. 2, give indie developers a chance. 3, don't let us have offline play. Because I'm sick and tired of booting up Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the first one, on my Epic Store when I don't have internet and I can't play it. You have to be connected to the store.
Oh yeah, like I get that. I hear that too. Carry on.
Especially with Nintendo, it's the cartridges. So we have all the. So I'm sure I've spent about $100 or more on Switch games. I'm sure Phil has. Shia, I don't know if you have, or Mark.
But no, I've never owned a Switch, so.
For me, I don't play my Switch enough, but I do play other games and stuff like that. Like, I have a few Switch games, but if I found out that if I boot my Switch up now and Bayonetta 3 was shut down because it needed access to the internet, I'd be extremely pissed because I'd be like, this is a portable console. I do believe that if you buy a game from a store or whatever, like that's not online, let's say Steam or whatever, that you should have the basic build, like version 1 of that game on that thing. So if, like, say I can't update it or I'm not online, I should be able to play that game. I don't agree with servers shutting down because of, like, it's a year game. I think what was one of them, like one of the WWE games, like they had it out for a year and then they shut the game down. I think that if that's the case, you should get your money back because you're not getting a product that is suitable for needs. And with this whole game, it should be like with this game movement is it will force game companies to be like, look, you're not going to have this game. Like, if we shut it down, we'll send one last patch update and you can do it. And if you download it at any point in your life, you can still play this game. And I think that is a very big thing because now knowing that Nintendo don't necessarily give you the full data on the card, I don't want to buy a Nintendo game. I don't want to buy a Switch 2 so I can play it. I'll happily play it on the Switch. Like, one thing that annoys me is when I had a Wii, Nintendo Wii, not a piss. But when I had a Nintendo Wii, I bought loads of games like Legend of Zelda, Super Mario World, and I was not able to transfer those across. And now the Wii shut down. I can't go and buy a secondhand Wii just to play those games because my account won't log in. So I think that these games should be downloadable straight away. But with a physical copy of the game, I think you should own it. As they say, if owning it, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, don't condone it. Don't go off and steal. That's not what we're.
And we've said that many times.
Yeah.
But when your old Switch game can brick your new Switch 2, what's the point?
I think it is the worst thing. I think that if your game can brick an entire console, I would return the console and be like, I have not done anything bad. I have just put in Bayonetta 3 and it's bricked the entire thing. I want my money back because I'm not going to support a company. Sorry, I'm not going to support a company that's going to fuck me over. Why should I? And considering how expensive things are getting in general, I feel like spending 60 quid on a game or $60 on a game or even higher shouldn't be a thing. It should be a little bit cheaper. If I'm not owning it and I'm renting it for X amount of time, it should be a lot cheaper.
100%. And they just announced, and especially with pre-orders, like they just announced today, because today was Pokemon Day apparently, or a Pokemon Direct. We got Mega Dragonite, which still looks stupid. I think they could have done way better with the design. But if you pre-order right now, whether it's Switch or Switch 2, you can get a Gardevoir with a Mega Gardevoir stone. I know a person who really wants said Gardevoir. But as I had told another friend, just watch. Last month or two, they're going to say, oh, sorry, you didn't pre-order the Switch 2 version, so you're not getting your content.
I think what they'll probably do is, I think for having Gardevoir with that stone, I think it will be in the game, but you then have to go on a massive quest to unlock it or get it that way. If they locked that particular Pokemon behind a pre-order, then that's really shit. The only time I've ever really seen that sort of stuff is like with one of the Dragon Ball Z games, and it was like, if you don't pre-order this, you won't get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And they kept up Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And they kept up that, but like they kept that up and said, yeah, you haven't pre-ordered it, so I think it was locked, or you had to unlock it a different way. But with Pokemon, I don't see them locking it behind it for a long time. I think that they'll keep it going and be like, there you go, and then be like, cool, thanks for making me spend hours unlocking it.
Early purchase bonus, get a Ralts holding a Gardevoir stone as a gift, available to claim the 28th of February of next year.
Yeah, it's a way to get you to pre-order it straight away, and then it won't be that great, and you'll be like, what the hell? Why did I pre-order this early just to get the bonus?
And this is for ZA, if people are wondering about which game it is.
The newest one.
Yeah, which their main focus is their online games, which Unite. Oh, they got Latios, Latios. I don't give a damn. I'm done with MOBAs. I'm tired of MOBAs. Let's see what else. Go and Masters. I just don't care. It's not worth my time.
To be fair, I've not really played a Pokemon game for a long time. I have Sword and Shield. That is probably the only one that I have. Well, no, I've got others, but yeah, it's it's a thing.
I'm too busy with Tony Hawk 3 and 4, which I'm in number 4 right now, and oh my freaking god, I'm so sick and tired of some of these tricks that I have to do to impress skaters or get pictures from them for goals.
That's how you do it. It's the aim of the game, my friend. Aim of the game.
But I have so much fun on it. I don't really care. I got my remaster of 3 and all of their stuff. They did not add in all the characters from 3, not all the unlockables.
Well, you gotta pay for it.
They don't even have them. The characters you get that aren't technically included are Doomguy, the Revenant. You can unlock Michelangelo, Bam Majira, and by the looks of it, the Tony Hawk bird as a skeleton.
Okay, Michelangelo in a skating game, that makes sense. Doom guy in a skating game doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, and his Unmaker hoverboard. That's fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It was back in the day when it was just like, this would be sick. And you're like, yeah, it is. And I'm glad it's there.
and then having the Revenant just he plays his little horn and stuff for one of his special moves. It's kind of funny. But speaking of funny and craziness that has been going on in the past week, how many of you watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
I have not watched that yet. I need to.
I didn't watch it. I actually bypassed it.
I've not watched it at all.
Well, then we won't talk much on it. I'll just I'll break down.
I did watch Squid Game though.
And Squid Game doesn't compare to this. with how crazy this trio is.
And there we go. That's it. We'll move on to the next subject.
Once we watch it all, we'll go back to it. But it's definitely an adventure. It's definitely cheesy as hell. Made by the same creators that made Spider-Verse. You will enjoy it. How do we feel about the new Superman?
Loved it.
I've not seen it.
Absolutely loved it.
But go for it.
I ain't asked. I ain't see. I got tired of Superman movies and Batman.
So according to some sources that I've read on, this Superman has beat out the original, the very first Superman ever to be on screen, and Henry Cavill combined with how much he's liked.
No, Henry Cavill shit was the shit. What the fuck they talking about?
This one tops Henry Cavill Superman, honestly.
Man, then that dude's suit look like he hot, like he didn't sweat off in the gym with that suit. No hate, I'm just saying. That suit is ugly.
I mean, it's a classic comic accurate suit, so I like it. I like it.
You know what? They're gonna say the Flash had an accurate suit too, right?
Well, when he pops in,
Right.
You know what? You know, I read it had a Green Arrow movie than the Superman movie. I'm just about tired of all the different versions of Superman movies.
Right. But look, I hate to cut this short. I have to head out real quick, so I will catch you all a bit later.
Okay, see you soon.
All right.
Now, I am talking about the actor. I want to make that clear. I'm talking about the actor.
Oh! I thought you talking about the movies, man. I'm like, nah.
I'm sorry. It's hot in my room, and it's been hot out the past couple days, like 90s, hundreds, and AC does not beat it out. But yeah, this movie is definitely trying to go more comic book accurate, which is fine. I'm all for that stuff. But do it right. Make it flow.
Well, so far it's doing well, isn't it? It's making money. It's turning around and beating all the others. So I think like from that particular one, it's flowing quite well. It's just a matter of time of what's the next one going to be like, or what the next one is going to be after that. That's the
well. Ooh. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes puts it at.
It's 87 from what I heard, I think.
83
Yeah,
on the tomato meter and 92 at the popcorn.
There you go. So it's been doing very well.
Just by Google standards, it's at a 4.0 out of 5. I think.
Still good. Yeah. Still good. At least it's not shit.
Yeah, and this is one thing I told Legacy of the Nerd. I'm okay with having another Superman movie, but I don't want another Superman movie because all they're doing is rebooting the same damn crap over and over again.
So you've seen Superman.
Amen.
I haven't seen this one yet,
okay,
and I need to.
So I mean, I've not seen it. I don't think it'd be another origin of Superman. But again, like I know Darrell's seen it, so we'll have to see what he says on that one. Like, yeah, obviously he's seen it, so or reviews of is this an origin film? But maybe this will be the last time that he's had an origin film. Is the new Super?
You know what? If they came out with another Batman, I'm gonna throw the whole shit away, man. Because
we don't even know what the new Batman's gonna be. Last I heard, it was supposed to be Robert Pattinson coming back.
Yeah,
but it seems like they scrapped that.
Yeah, because I was looking forward for that one.
So, according to, sorry, go on.
No, you good.
I was just going to quickly say, according to Google, it says, no, the upcoming Superman movie, often referred to as Superman Legacy, is not an origin story. It will focus on Superman, who is already established with a relationship with Lois Lane already in place. The film will explore the character's balancing of his Kryptonian heritage and human upbringing.
Okay. And that still kind of sounds like every other Superman.
Well, what else could you do with Superbad? Like, you can't have a break up with Lois Lane and him slumming it in his house, just jacking it, going like, man, I wish I had some kryptonite right about now. They'll take me off the edge. Or you've got to build it up. Like, this is James Gunn coming in. Like, I mean, what Superman film would you like that isn't a typical Superman film?
Yeah, that's definitely a hard one. I mean, there's different storylines that they can go off of, I'm sure.
So what you're saying is you want a Superman movie that is a Superman movie rather than not a Superman movie.
Nothing that it explains his character. Like, if we're gonna have a Superman movie, I think we should have it be one of his storylines. I mean, they've always built up Justice League and how that was a huge
Well,
deal.
Look at what they did with the Snyderverse.
Movies.
Look, like the first two movies, Man of Steel. Then it was Superman versus Justice League. Superman
Dark Knight.
versus like none of the Christian Bale films like count as that one because it's not.
Oh yeah. It was Superman v Batman.
Yeah, and then Justice League, and look how that ruined. Where you look at Marvel, where they did Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and then you brought all these characters together to make the Avengers, which did very, very well. So you have to build Superman up to some point where you're not going to go like, oh, here's Doomsday, because your target audience isn't the comic book fans; it is the other people that don't know anything about comic book fans. And you're not gonna turn around and say, let's do Red Sun, let's do Doomsday, let's do Brainiac. You're gonna leave it in to the point where you start building that. This is a whole new universe. This isn't a continuation from the Snyderverse or whatever. So I see them building it up. I would rather have. I mean, we don't. It's not an origin film. I would much rather they build this up so that we can actually enjoy DC, because they've just been making shit film after shit film for years. Let's have something fun. Let's have comic books.
Which I think I touched up on it when we were talking about Ironheart. That I swear these comic book movie makers are making these shows and the movies royal crap, so people will go and pick up the comics and go, well, that's not comic book accurate. Why'd you do that?
I don't think I agree with that, because if I watch the Marvel product, I'm not going to go research it. I'm not going to go pick up a comic book, because that film has told me, or TV series has told me, that it's shit. So why would I spend like 20-30 pounds buying an entire line or start something? I'd be like, this is bad. Like, this is not worth me reading up. Like Miss Marvel was fine, but I wouldn't have gone and read all her comic books because I didn't like the character. You have to make me go, wow, that's amazing. I know I want to read it.
Kind of like Ironheart.
Yeah, because I watched Wakanda Forever and I liked Ironheart. I think she was well established in that.
I'm just upset 6 episodes though.
No, I'm talking about Wakanda Forever when she was introduced.
Oh yeah, true. I was talking about Ironheart itself, the show. Like, it's 6 episodes, and like they could have went further with that.
Yeah, they could have really spread it out and made the character way better, and making her the Iron Man clone instead of, I don't know. I said my thoughts on that episode, the mini-sode, but I think they could have done way better for her story.
I agree, because it should have, man. Like, that shit was getting so good, and all of a sudden, like, what, that's it? Y'all gonna get all like this?
I honestly didn't think so. I think the criminal origin has been done enough time with enough black characters to go, no, please don't do it again.
And then they could at least bring what's the name, Moon Knight, back then. It's all long overdue for the second season.
And again, we could have had War Machine bring her up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Something we could even, well, we want to have Captain America bring her up. I think War Machine would have been the best step. But a friend brought up to me, well, why didn't, and instead of back in Civil War, we got Peter Parker. Why not, since they were going that kind of route, like kind of a family figure for Iron Man? Why didn't they put Spider-Man and Ironheart at the same university and had them be somewhat rivals or good friends? And Tony just going, I'm gonna fund both of you. Come on,
Because-
let's go work on your suits.
Well,
Okay.
shit, he ain't Tony
I
no
mean-
more. He Dr. Doom now.
I mean, there's like I said, there's different routes
Uh.
Marvel could have gone under that would have made a ton more sense.
Well,
But
Marvel going like
unfortunately-
DC now. They doing like DC work now. Well, they must have hired some DC people over there.
I would not be surprised. But now we're getting a reboot of the MCU. So
has it been confirmed
Yeah.
I
as a
believe
reboot?
so. Because they said at phase
I
five.
mean,
I remember
feel like-
reading somewhere that phase 5 was done.
I kind of feel like they rebooting Avengers all
Yes.
over again.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay, bye.
I feel like they're doing that.
Ask you a question.
What?
Did you get to mail yet?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
So with like obviously with Tony trying to sponsor both of them, it depends on how old she was when at that point. If she's not even entered MIT or anything like that, then Tony's not going to turn around, or maybe he doesn't know about it just yet. So having Spider-Man, and we know they would never have allowed Spider-Man to be in anything other than like what they've agreed with, because Sony.
Well, the fact that they can't get Miles.
Because it's
That'll
all
be
about
interesting.
Spider-Man, isn't it? That's the thing. And they address who Miles is when Peter goes after his cousin or something, or and he says like, "Oh, my little brother or my little cousin is who's like whatever is a big fan, so you can't have Miles yet because he's not of the age of getting his powers." So he's mentioned like he will come up, but he's not of that age at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with for that one. I would like a Miles movie.
Yeah, Miles, I would absolutely love to see in the MCU. But if he's not of age, then you're not going to bring in like I don't know, a 6-year-old to fight crime, because that wouldn't be a thing. If he then takes over the mantle later on, then absolutely fantastic. But at the moment, we don't know how old he is to even like step into it. Plus, obviously, Sony are being really like weird with the
Stingy.
character as well. So there's a few things on that too.
It really all depends on what Sony wants to do with the character. We're still getting the third Spider-Verse movie,
Like,
hopefully next year.
I think it's being put back even further.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the beginning of February. Now it's like at the end of February 2026 or 2027.
2027.
Okay.
And that's probably because of what the voice actor of Miles did, being very, very creepy online, or very creepy
Yep.
to Haley. You just don't want to. He wanted that.
Gwen Booty or whatever.
No, he wanted the. Was it the same like thing? Like all the Spider-Men have dated their counterparts and stuff like that.
This is true.
Yeah, so but he didn't get it, and then he made it very weird. So I think in that one I would be more like, okay, I'm stepping back. I do not want to be in this, or if I do, please make sure that my lines are recorded separately on different days.
But I think what me and Mark both want, and I know he's gonna want this. Give us a black hat.
Yeah, I do want that, but I think it has to be done right as well. Otherwise, I'll just be very disappointed and be like, okay, cool, yeah, all right.
Yeesh.
But yeah, I would like it, and she is coming into the MCU very, very soon. So I am very much excited to see how they do it, or if they're going to absolutely fuck it up.
Knowing our luck, fuck it up.
I hope they don't, because if they do, I think I'll just kind of walk away from it and just be like, I'll watch it when it streams or whatever. I just don't think I'll be very interested in the storyline, and I'll be very, very sad. So because she's one of my all-time favorite characters, and I don't want this to be messed up whatsoever.
And that's how I felt about Gwen Stacy as well.
Yeah, did you hear that they're bringing the original Gwen Stacy back?
She deserves that role. I
Uh,
think she'd make a great Spider-Gwen.
As in the first ever, like the comic book Gwen Stacy. That is that.
Oh,
woman died.
that Gwen Stacy. Oh,
Yeah, they're bringing it back, or have done, I think. Which I think is a huge mistake because that was a massive comic book no. Like you wouldn't do that ever. Yeah, so I was a bit again, like I think you shouldn't really touch it, but they definitely need to bring something in. I'm like, no, please don't.
well, the fact that she died, and there was a point where she did die, and some idiot brought her back to life.
Gwen hasn't that version of Gwen's never been revived. So that's the reason why everyone's just like, what the hell? And now they are, which I think is an absolutely like ball ache. So yeah, there's always a good one. It's always fun. But yeah, it's our talk. How are we doing? Is there anything else that we should be talking about, or
I can't think of anything. What about you, Shy?
yeah, he's gone. He's like, peace out, I'm out. See you later, boys. You guys are talking about like Spider-Man. Fuck you guys. So I think that would probably be a good time to wrap up the lovely stream. So yeah, that's all I can think. That's all I can think of at the moment. There's nothing else that's crossing my mind.
Nope. I think we need Darrell for a few things. I think we need Chris for a few things.
Yeah, we'll bring them in, like, next time. We can talk about again Ranger Stop as well as like anything else that kind of puts up and stuff like that. But yeah,
Now, if only Darrell's internet will allow him.
it's the power of the internet. Once it gets taken away, it's the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
But yeah, I think we will leave it there. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Hope everyone is having a good time. And yeah, we shall be back in 2 weeks' time talking about what's going on in the world of. Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, thank you very much. And as always, a coolio.
Bye.
Bye.